I'm Abby, and I'm going to teach you today how to make a terracotta plant hanger with some macrame knots. If you reach into your bag, you'll have a small bag with cording in it. You want to take these two smaller cords and set them aside for now. The 4 long cords, you're going to loop them through this metal ring here and try to get it about halfway. Doesn't have to be perfect, but mine's about halfway on there, so it's right at the middle. If you have something to hook this ring to, that makes this a little easier, but if not, you can still do this. Or if you have a clipboard that you can that you can snap it onto, that helps a lot. So I'm using a little carabiner to just hold on to that for me today. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is a gathering knot. This is a little tricky, but it's the hardest part of this whole project. So if you can get this, you should be good to go. First thing you're going to do is grab this right around where the ring is. You're going to take a small piece of cord and have one side sticking up. Other you're going to loop like this, and then you're going to wrap this around a few times. I start at the top and just gonna wrap it as tightly as you can around the whole bunch of cords. Should be able to get it around about 5 times would be perfect. And then once you've got it wrapped, you want to slip it through this little loop at the bottom. And once you do that, you want to pull this cord at the top. And when you pull that, it brings up the one with the little loop below. So you've got a gathering knot there. And you can take your scissors and just snip off the excess cord. All right. The next step is we'll take this and we're going to separate these by groups of 2. So you'll have 4 sets of 2 cords each. Okay, separate them like that. Then we're going to go down about 6 or 8 inches. It's really up to you how long you want to make it hang. And then we're going to just make a knot on each of these sets of cords. Just a regular old knot, nothing fancy, like this. And you're going to do that on all 4 sets. You want to make the knots about the same length or the same distance from the top. So you can kind of use the other knots to sort of measure where that ends up. It's not going to be a big deal if they're slightly off. They don't have to all be exactly the same. Okay, so you can see I have the 4 pieces. Each section is knotted about 6 to 8 inches below. The next thing we're going to do is tie them to the adjacent string. So we would take these 2 and just this time we're going to do it just 2 to 3 inches lower. So about like that. Then we would take these and tie them to the adjacent string. So I'm going to do that and then I'll show you kind of how that ends up. And the last two will kind of wrap around to form that circle that your pot's gonna rest in. So if you can see this, got the first group of knots, and then the second group are all attached to the adjacent set string. So we've got kind of a little loop in here. We're gonna do that one more time, where we tie it to the adjacent string. Again, about 2 inches lower. All right, I wasn't able to get these quite as even, but basically now we've got the initial knots, the next ones, and the third set. So next we want to try to put this in here and see how it fits. I'm gonna actually take this off of here. Sort of place that in there just to make sure everything's fitting right. Then we're going to tie this again and do another gathering knot like the top one. So take the other smaller piece of cord. We'll do another gathering knot. I'm going to wrap it 5 times around before I slide it through my little loop here. And pull up this one at the top, and that pulls that right up there. So we can just cut the excess cord off. That one you can leave if you want, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna hang there at the bottom of your planter. I'll cut it off just to avoid confusion. There we go. So now you can put your pot in there. And I need to open it up a little bit here. It kind of sets there in the bottom. I'm gonna have to get it level. There you go, and you can hang it and enjoy. Another thing you can do here is cut the cords off the bottom to whatever length you like. This cord is nice too if you want to unravel it a little bit. It could look really pretty, but you can do that. Unravel it a little bit however you like. Thank you very much and have a great day.